The night was darker than ever, and the stars seemed to hide behind the thick clouds. A tourist named Daniel found himself alone in a remote forest after missing the last bus. As the wind howled, he heard whispers that sent shivers down his spine. His flashlight flickered, and he could barely see the path ahead. Determined to stay calm, Daniel pushed forward through the dense trees. Suddenly, the sound of rustling leaves made him stop in his tracks. "Who's there?" he called out, his voice trembling. From the shadows, a tall figure emerged, cloaked in black. The figure had a mysterious, glowing lantern hanging from his staff. "Welcome, traveler," the figure said in a deep, soothing voice. Though the night felt eerie, Daniel wasn't afraid anymore. "Who are you?" Daniel asked, his curiosity piqued. "I am the keeper of the Black Night," the figure replied calmly. Daniel couldn't help but admire the keeper's graceful presence. The keeper's cloak shimmered like a night sky full of stars. "What brings you here?" the keeper asked, his eyes twinkling. Daniel hesitated but then spoke honestly. "I wanted to explore the unknown, but now I feel lost," Daniel confessed. The keeper nodded, understanding his fear. "Fear is only a companion on your journey, not the end of it," the keeper said wisely. Daniel felt a strange sense of comfort in the keeper's words. "How do I move forward?" Daniel asked, looking around at the endless forest. The keeper pointed to the lantern. "Light your own way," he said, handing the glowing lantern to Daniel. Daniel took the lantern and felt a surge of confidence. With each step, the lantern illuminated a new part of the forest. The once dark path seemed clearer now. "But what about the dangers?" Daniel asked, glancing at the shadows. "The shadows are only illusions," the keeper replied, walking beside him. "They cannot harm you unless you let them," the keeper added. Daniel began to relax, trusting the keeper's wisdom. As they walked, Daniel noticed beautiful flowers blooming in the night. "I never noticed these before," Daniel said, amazed. "The night is full of wonders if you look closely," the keeper replied. The stars began to peek through the clouds, lighting up the sky. "The stars guide the brave," the keeper said, smiling. Daniel realized that the night wasn't as scary as he first thought. They soon reached a clearing with a breathtaking view of the mountains. "I would have never found this place if I'd stayed afraid," Daniel admitted. "Exactly," the keeper said, his eyes glowing with approval. Daniel felt a surge of excitement as he looked at the horizon. "What other wonders does the night hold?" he asked, eager to explore. The keeper laughed softly. "You'll find out if you keep moving forward," he said. Daniel nodded, determined to continue his adventure. "But how do I know I'm going in the right direction?" Daniel asked. The keeper pointed to his heart. "Listen to this. It will always guide you," the keeper said gently. Daniel touched his chest, feeling the steady beat of his heart. He realized that his inner strength was all he needed. The keeper began to fade into the darkness. "Wait, where are you going?" Daniel asked, feeling a sense of loss. "You don't need me anymore," the keeper's voice echoed. Daniel stood alone, but he didn't feel lonely. He looked around and smiled, holding the lantern high. "I can do this," he whispered to himself, full of confidence. As he continued walking, the forest seemed less threatening. Daniel's steps became lighter, and his fear melted away. The wind that once howled now felt like a gentle breeze. He climbed a hill and saw a village glowing in the distance. "I made it," Daniel said, filled with pride. He realized that the night had guided him to a new discovery. The village was peaceful, and the lights welcomed him warmly. The journey is only beginning, Daniel thought, excited for what lay ahead. As he entered the village, he felt a deep sense of accomplishment. The villagers greeted him with smiles, sensing his courage. "You've come far," one of them said, offering him water. "Thank you," Daniel said, feeling grateful for the experience. He realized that the night had taught him more than any guidebook could. The Black Knight wasn't an enemy, it was a teacher. As Daniel sat by the fire with the villagers, he reflected on his journey. "I was scared at first, but now I understand," he said to himself. The night sky was clear, and the stars shone brightly above. The stars were always there, guiding me, Daniel realized. He knew that every challenge he faced had made him stronger. "I'll keep exploring," Daniel promised himself, smiling at the night. The villagers shared stories of their own travels, inspiring Daniel even more. "There's so much more to see," one of them said, pointing to the mountains. Daniel nodded, feeling ready for the next adventure. As the fire crackled, he felt a deep sense of peace. The night had become his friend, not his foe. Daniel knew that no matter how dark the journey became, he would find his way. "The Black Night is full of beauty," Daniel thought, gazing at the stars. The keeper's words echoed in his mind, "Light your own way." Daniel now understood the true meaning of those words. He realized that fear was just a stepping stone to something greater. Every step forward is a victory, Daniel reminded himself. The mountains in the distance called to him, and he was ready. As the first light of dawn began to appear, Daniel smiled. The Black Night had passed, but its lessons remained with him. He picked up his bag and stood tall, ready to continue his journey. There's always more to explore, Daniel thought, his heart full of hope. With one last look at the village, he set off towards the mountains. The path ahead was unknown, but Daniel wasn't afraid. "The Black Knight showed me the way," he said to himself. As he walked, the sky turned a soft pink, welcoming a new day. Daniel felt a sense of excitement for the adventures that lay ahead. He had learned to embrace the unknown with courage and curiosity. The journey is just as important as the destination, Daniel realized. And with that thought, he disappeared into the horizon, a traveler ready for anything.